Hey there, I hope your December is going smooth so far for you. I am outside of a senior living home that I just finished. For the last few hours, I have been here equipping and protecting some senior citizens for the holidays, making sure they have what they need to stay safe. And I wanted to come on and chat with you guys for just a couple of minutes and ask you, do you have seniors in your life that you are concerned about as we roll closer and closer to Christmas season here? It's underway. We're approaching that special day, and as we do that, I want to make sure that we don't forget about those special senior citizens in our life because, as a child, my mom had me at 47 years old. So growing up, I pretty much grew up with senior citizens my whole life. Say hi when you come on. And if you are watching this later, if you're watching this live and later, please comment below if you have a senior citizen in your life that you are concerned about their personal safety through the holidays, because as you know, this is the time of year when injuries increase, suicides increase, depression increases, right? So we want to make sure that we keep an eye on our special loved ones. So I'm Kathy Card, your personal safety coach, and today that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to share 5 tips with you on how we can make sure that our seniors stay safe this holiday season. Now, as we get closer and families start coming to visit, right now the kids are still in school. Vacations haven't started yet, but that's going to happen soon. If you're having a special gathering at your house and you have senior citizens coming to your home, or maybe they even live with you, make sure that you designate a special place, a special area for your children or grandchildren, nieces and nephews, if you have family visiting and they have small toys, right? Senior citizens get very frail. We don't want them falling and breaking anything, right? At all, any time of year, but especially now during the holidays. They don't want to have to spend their holidays in the hospital. So please designate an area for those children to have where they can play and keep all of their small toys maybe in another room of the house. Same thing with pets. You don't want your favorite senior, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, tripping on a small dog or getting knocked over by a dog. Some of the bigger dogs, they don't mean to do it, but they can be strong. Those tails can whip pretty hard, and if they want to show your senior some love, they might even just lean up against them and knock them down. So we want to make sure to keep them safe, okay? And, talking about being in homes and entertaining, it's also a good idea to be mindful that senior citizens can get very overwhelmed when it comes to the noise level in homes, okay? I know if you're one of my brothers watching this, my brothers have very deep voices. I've got 5 brothers, and when our house is full of our whole family, it can get pretty loud, and that became pretty overwhelming for my mother, who, like I said, was a senior. And she would have to take her hearing aids out. She would have to retreat to another room, and you don't want to have to put your senior citizen through that stress during the holiday season, right? So try to be mindful, keep voices to a decent tone in the house so that it's not too stressful for them, because we want them to be having a good time too, okay? And I want to backtrack a little bit. I was talking about animals and toys. Don't forget, even if the senior in your life knows your home, they've been there a lot, you have a lot of new decorations up probably for the holidays, which means new power cords around the house. So make sure to cover those cords up in a way, hey Melanie, make sure to cover those cords up in a way that they're not going to trip over them, because remember, their eyesight is not the same as ours, okay? So we want to put those cords in a way that, place them in a way that they're safe, or cover them up if you have to. And those floor decorations as well, because they may know your home, but they don't know these cords that are laying around, and they may not be able to see them properly, okay? So that is one thing that I wanted to share with you. 2 actually. So the family and guests visiting and all of that we discussed, and then the quiet time and space. So number 3, help them shop. If they are active and they're out and about, or even if they can't, let's start with if they can't get out themselves, okay? We don't want them feeling bad or sad that they cannot buy gifts for people, so maybe help them shop. Those malls are too crowded, and we don't want them having accidents, right? Those malls, with the crowds that they are, it's not a good place for people who are less than steady on their feet. So offer to do their Christmas shopping for them, and that'll make them feel good and like they're participating in gift giving and not feeling bad that they can't be a part of it. So that's my 3rd tip. My 4th tip that I want to give you is to, this is about fraud, okay? Seniors, as we know, are an easy target for fraud. Credit card fraud, mail fraud, phone fraud, and phone fraud is a big one, okay? Very easy to get the phone numbers. and very easy to tell if they're a senior when they answer the phone. So have a chat with your senior and make sure that they know the signs of telephone fraud and that they don't fall for it, okay? Make sure that they know that, well, I want to tell you this actually, make sure that you know, seniors age 60 and over account for 49% of telemarketing fraud, okay? 49% of telemarketing fraud is geared or aimed at seniors age 60 and over. So guys, let's get them out there and get them aware. I know several people in my life, and you might even be watching this, several of my friends who have had their grandparents fall victim to telephone fraud and actually go through with the whole thing, unfortunately, and they're out a lot of money. So let's see some of the signs that they know. Make sure that they know that if somebody calls over enthusiastically that they want a prize but they have to pay a handling fee, don't fall for it, okay? Do not give them any personal information, no social security numbers, nothing that they don't already know, okay? And even if they throw a fee out there for your senior citizen and the senior says, oh, but I don't have enough money to cover that, they may ask, well, how much do you have? And then agree to just take that, right? These are all signs. Do not, say, I will call you back. I'll talk to my family and I'll call you back. And of course, they're not going to want that to happen. The second thing is a very common one, the phone call that your grandchild is in jail, needs some bail money, but please don't tell my mom, right? This is one that my friends' grandparents have fallen for. So please don't, and because when you go, they're going to tell you go to Walmart, buy a gift card or a money order or something like that. Please encourage them not to fall for this. Let them know their family members would never call them and ask them not to tell anyone, and that's a huge sign. If they're asked not to tell anybody, please, please, please don't fall for it, okay? So make sure they're aware of these things. And the fifth tip that I want to share with you is that if they are active and they do want to get out there and you cannot be with them and they want to go do their Christmas shopping on their own or continue on their independent life, if you cannot be there with them, equip them, okay? Help them out. Give them something that they're comfortable with carrying, even if it's just a personal alarm or a pepper spray. If they're active enough that they can be out and about, they should be protected. So make sure they are equipped as well, because we know they are at a disadvantage while they're out there shopping, and especially if they're carrying bags, right? They're prime targets for people. So please help them out by hooking them up with some protection. If you want to, because we know they're vulnerable. If you want to, please comment below with info please, and I can get you some information on what I recommend for senior citizens. And then feel free to private message me or just say info please, and then the age of the senior citizen that you're concerned about. And I'll recommend something to you that I think would be a perfect fit for them, okay? Because there are things that work great at different ages, or if your senior has a special concern or need, let me know that and I'm able to give you that information as well. That's something exclusive for them. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderfully safe holiday season. Let's take care of our favorite senior citizens out there because we love them and we want to keep them around as long as possible, and they need us to help protect them. All right, guys, have a fantastic day and stay safe. I'm Kathy Card with ClassyDefense.com. Bye-bye.